Systems today because they are an arms manufacturer. They are involved in the manufacture of weapon systems which enable world governments to attack other nations. And recently they have been involved in the production of parts and fuel systems for Boeings and other planes that have been involved in bombing in Yemen as well as in Gaza. Historically, they have a huge amount of blood on their hands. We are not okay with them being here, and we're here to tell them that they're not welcome and that they need to go. Yesterday, the International Court of Justice ruled that there were grounds to say that Israel is committing genocide. We are now awaiting the outcome of their full investigation, and God knows how long that will take. It wasn't the result we wanted because they did not call for a ceasefire, and they let us down. But what they did say was very strict and damning, and Israel is required by international law to comply with what the ICJ has said. Essentially, they have to stop all their attacks on civilians because there is a risk that they amount to genocide. They have to let aid in. They have to stop preventing people from living in Gaza by the various means that they have been doing this. And because that has now been ruled by the ICJ, every nation that has been supporting Israel and supplying arms to them and funding them is involved, is culpable for that genocide charge. The UK government that has been supporting Israel by continuing to do so from today onwards could also be tried for genocide. Eaton Systems, if they continue to supply parts or any kind of equipment to the Israeli army, are in breach of international law according to the ICJ ruling yesterday. So, is Eaton Systems going to open on Monday? And what are they going to be doing? And in their offices, who are they going to be invoicing? Who are they going to be sending that equipment to? And we will be watching them very carefully to find out, because they will be in breach of the international law if they continue to participate with Israel as they are investigated for genocide. We don't know what Israel are going to do in response to this ruling. We can all be fairly sure that they are not going to suddenly down their weapons and play nice, because they haven't done that for decades and decades and decades. We know that the Israeli agenda is for genocide. This is not an accident. They are killing 118 children a day, and they are using systems and weapons and finance that's coming from our country as well as from the US. We are all involved in this. If we don't stand up, we have blood on our hands. If we don't say no, if we don't say never again for anyone on this Holocaust Memorial Day, if we don't make a stand, then we have blood on our hands too. So by being here today, we are part of the solution. We are part of the call for peace. We need to keep coming back to Eaton Systems, and we need to be here when it's open. And we need to make sure that they are complying with that ruling and that they cease all interaction with the Israeli army immediately, and we need to put the pressure on them. So I urge you to write to them, write to your MPs, write to your councillors, make a fuss, talk to your friends, give people this excellent leaflet which gives them really useful information. Everybody needs to know this. Put the word out there and make sure that people are as disgusted as you are that Eaton is doing this. Make sure that if you know someone that works here, that you help them find another job. Make sure that we take everything from this company like they have been involved in taking everything from the people of Gaza.